What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Oh, yeah. We don't need them right now. Maybe we grab somebody in on the chat wall there. Get it going. Get it going. See what we got, guys. Mr. Grab. Rabbi. Nice hairdo. You know this, don't you? Keep you on tight. Get you on tight there. Keep it tight. Keep it moving, Mr. Grab. What y'all up to tonight? Chit chat night. Let's get this link up here. Hey, Danny girl. I done forgot how to do the link. There it is, I think. Yeah, it's been a minute. How y'all doing? Y'all doing good? There's the link. Hopefully I'll see somebody. I moved my camera over here and my laptop's over there. But I got my phone here. I can see a little bit better. Miss Sandra, how are you? Guys, call me anytime. Anybody got my number? Chit chat. I apologize. Knight Rider has been AWOL. I've been not playing lottery. I've just not been playing. And that's just a change. You know, I've played for so long, had so much fun. Mohawk. You like it? What's the back look like? Back look good? Back look good? I can't see the back. 2020. Hey, how are you? So if anybody wants to just holler, chit chat, come on up. Drop this link again. Say hello. Some of you might have some big hits I've not seen. My video watching has been narrowed down to some scratching, every now and then I do some scratching, but I've been outside of my home. It's kind of like a rebellion thing for me. SEMO, damn, I thought I was watching the buys, but y'all want to see the, hold up, I got the buys. Yeah, that look better? Yeah, pimping ain't easy, is it? Hold up, I'll make it rain up in here too. Y'all want me to make it rain? I'm okay, guys. Pimping ain't easy. Y'all doing good? So hang out, chit chat for a little bit, drink a beer with me. If you like to smoke one with me. You might like to do a little bit of both. I've had a few people who's touched base with me wanting to play some lottery in Georgia, and Crystal, Kenneth, how you guys? Appreciate you. I miss my morning Mindbender crew. I've been doing well. Thank you. Yeah, it's not easy. Always try to stay in that curve, come out a little better. I'm doing good. So the meat shortage. Yeah, I mean, I did a few things. I maneuvered a few things, some assets, and Danny girl, I just been, kind of doing me as far as priorities. That's kind of part of the, scratching and hadn't been scratching much. I had to, get a little sticker shot like everybody else. Had to kind of sit back and just do some meditating. Hey, Rocket. Hey, big sister. How are you? So, just kick back and check out the world. Look at the good versus evil. I don't know. Y'all guys probably know me by now. I'm a good thinker. I like to think. Critical thinking. Dominique. Liz. What's happening, Miss? I always say Liz with your name for some reason. Miss Leah Love in the house. A new haircut. You like it? You like it? You like the haircut? Thank you. Thank you. Sometimes you have to just do it. Yeah, I just got to do me. And, sometimes it's going to be at a cost to, so-called others. I had awesome entertainment for 3 years on the Scratch channel, 3 years, May's 3 years. So can't replace that fun, cannot. And I wasn't doing me, so to speak, like Mr. Grab said. And it's not that I'm, still, scratching, because I hadn't been. It's something I dropped altogether. My thinking changed. My priorities changed. My friendships haven't changed. I still get to chit chat. I've made a few calls from time to time. A few gals have called me, and get to slip in and check out some video streaming at times. And it's good to see, some channels furthering along their YouTube journeys, and a lot of channels reaching their goals. Congratulations, to those who had goals. Mine never was a goal, never was a goal. It was basically always to come and cut up and really didn't give a damn, be honest with you, as far as not giving a damn about, hanging out, shooting out music, just having a good time. Everything was squared one, So, I gave a damn about that part of it. But it's good to, to step back. Mr. Grass about at 500. You like that Road Warrior look, baby? I've had this look for a minute or two in my life. I have. You caught me, didn't you, KNA? You caught me. Good to see you and Adam. Like I say, guys, and I will say this again, if you just need an ear to talk to, I don't know, my opinion's like anybody else's. But, sometimes when you talk to somebody, you get to see it from a different perspective. Just maybe things in life, Mad Max haircut. Is that what that's called? Is that what it's called? Hey, Kelly, give me a beer. I started my YouTube channel scratching on top of a microwave. And I understood the showmanship of it. I always kept it clean, enjoyed it. And everything has always been fairly smooth, on the scratching. I have started a second channel, guys. Some folks know. It's just a different channel of entertainment. It's going to be comprised of cause and effects of just scenarios. Life change. Life does change. Please, Kit Kat. Please. She knows what Bo knows. Ain't that right? Hand me your phone real quick. Pull up my contact. I got to show Bo something. Bo knows. Hand me that. Hand me that. No, it's just respect. Yeah. Always. So I scratch the top of the PS4. Is that where you started, up on top of the PS4? I hear you. It was perfect for me. I had an old bootleg phone, probably about 10 years old, and hell, it wouldn't even PayPal certain countries, but that's another story. What's that say? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Bo knows? Did you get that snapshot then? But it was just a good vertical approach to something. I was able to just slide the camera across the slits of the microwave stand, and it was just a perfect dimension. I was like, wow, that just looks high dollar, and I was rolling cheap. Those that don't know me, I'm frugal. I mean frugal. But it so happens when I scratch one penny, it comes back two for some reason. So that's been good too. You know the rest of the story now, don't you, Bo? Cheers. Budweiser tonight. But about American Mindbender, I've been doing some gardening. I've been tearing up my damn yard. Been out there working in the dirt and trying to maneuver that. And, you can really find some good deals, guys, to start your garden. It amazed the shit out of me. I'm going to share this story with you. I go, riding around. I go to this lumber yard, and I catch this lumber yard, and man, they was high as hell. Guy wouldn't want to work with me. Go catch another lumber yard in town. Got the right person that time. Got a mess of man. I think that was 33 boards on there, and they were all 4x12s, 2 inches thick. And ended up picking that mess of wood up for $30. $30. And it ain't got to be pretty wood. It's just workable wood to, be able to sustain a little fun out in the yard, get outside. Somebody wanted to tell your ass you trapped inside. That makes me want to go outside, Yeah. You going to get some digging? And so I picked that up inexpensively. And then, so now I've one bed completed. It's 4x10. And started looking for some dirt, Cold packs at Lowe's. Yeah, actually their cold packs were high too. I saw some cold packs, but it's just going to depend on different areas. But I got 30, 31, and they were all just beautiful boards as far as $6, $7, $8 each. So that hit my spot there. Y'all working on the back porch? Yeah, so I mean, be frugal. That's the moral of the story. Be frugal. Be frugal. Be frugal. So like today I did some looking around for different things that I got an idea of how the water system I want to put in. But the same damn concept ain't got, to me it's like, those old long green hoses that had little holes in them. Well, I mean, all you got to do is, instead of putting in some fancy black hose and pipes, hey, Mia. And I'm just rambling, having a good time, talking about being frugal and about my other channel, like I say, maybe getting into education of growing food. My green thumb's coming out. I couldn't do both. I didn't see a point in time, I guess, prior to my channel, I had some green thumb, growing and enjoying harvesting food and enjoyed it. Found YouTube, and I guess that pulled me away. And it's like I'm going back now with a bigger ainer. What's up, Anna? Woo! I see you, Anna. Let me get my cami on real quick. And I'm going bells out on it. Just going bells out. I just feel like that's just going to be something I got to sustain. Self-preservation. Because the mind trickery shit ain't worked on Knight Rider. Okay, guys? That mind trickery shit they got going on, it ain't working on me. Because I already know. You got to have water, you got to have air, and you got to have damn food. There ain't no doubt to it. And I'm just not too... Mr. Grab said, hey, Kid Cat. Hey. He seen you. Saw the mysterious Kit Kat. You was getting your blankets. Rocket saw you. Y'all better Snapchat that. But anyhow. So I just want to kind of supply for me on my food scenario. And I got the ability to. Man, if you don't have the ability to, I would be a little bit... I'd be a little bit nervous. I just would. I'm gonna do some neat things on my other channel. Like I say, I got a video series coming out. It's 100 videos. I've already started working on 3 of the videos already. I hadn't edited and cut them up or anything, but I'm gonna let this channel marinate, so to speak, because the other channels, it can get a little political. It can get a little bit opinionated. It can be a little bit biased. It can be a little bit, you know, terrifying. You know, I don't do it on purpose, but it's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? Washington County News Station up in Utah. You know, and that's another thing on my other channel I like to do, guys, is, you know, run a panel. People from California, Illinois, Georgia, anywhere. Just tell me what's going on. What's happening? You know? It's a scenario like we see in Good versus Evil, guys. Good versus Evil. You know, I know GKR Scratch Family, that ain't no place to, you know, have good versus evil. You know, so I had to mentally get out of that game over here on the Scratch channels. You know, I had to get out of that game, good versus evil. You know, that's just how I felt. And that's just the way it is. You know, it's in real world and it's in fake YouTube world. You know, so that said, you know. Coat collector Kathy, hanging out in Michigan. ZZ 78, what's up? What is up? SEMO in every damn house, for sure. So if you guys want to chit chat, you know, like I say, this ain't no pity party. I'm good. You know, I've just been doing me. If something I'm doing can help you, because you know, it's just the way it is. You know, I've been at this for 3 years, and you know, obviously my shit be working. My shit's good. You know, it's duplicatable, copycatable, but it ain't never preventable. You know, so that's good. That's good to know. What the fuck? No tickets on here. Bo, I got your ticket. Come here, Bo. Come here. Come here, Bo. I got your ticket. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, Seaman don't come to my house. You got to have that thing, you know. You got to have that niche. You need a good woman, brother? Well, that means she needs a good man, you know. To be a good woman, got to be a good man. Yep. Got to be a good man. But anywho, guys, y'all want to say hello? If not, I'll sit here and chit chat to y'all. Any questions? I'll be glad to answer any questions. You know, I'm glad to be able to do me, and hopefully you guys can do you. And some people's lives hadn't changed. And I'm a damn good man, bro. We all are until we fall out the wagon car. So stop scratching. So you stopped. I mean, have I stopped? Well, I hadn't played a ticket since I ain't ran a video, and that's been since I don't know, November, December. I don't know. I hadn't played. I would come up and spending time with the wifey. 21st. Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. That'll make a man smile. That's beautiful right there. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Graff. Congratulations, Miss Graff, for putting up with it. See what happens when you get the bunk pan? Oh, can y'all see that? The bunk pan mark? I met some awesome people, I tell you. I love it. You know, and that part, that's like I say, I'm gonna try to keep it up on my other channel. I just, you know, I don't want to scratch tickets with folks right now. You know, things on their end could be good. You know, things on my end's fine. You know, I just don't want that. I just don't want that. I don't know, pressure. I guess I don't want that pressure right now. You know. Yeah, Mr. Grab, 21 today. Ain't that some? That's some love. That's what's up. I'm about to pour a shot on that. I'll be right back. Shit, I ain't had one all day. Jerry, where the hell you at? All right. Where you at, Jerry? Gotta have a shot for the 21st. Blow the dust off of it. Yeah. Cool deal. Yeah, it's an anniversary. Yeah, what's happening, Southern? What's happening, my man? I'm pouring out a shot for Mr. Grab and Mrs. Grab. 21st anniversary. Awesome. Can we have a toast? Hold up. Huh? Got an announcement to make. Today we're celebrating the 21st marriage of Mr. and Mrs. Grabowski. Everybody, yee yee. Wow. Yes, indeed. That went right through me fast. Bottoms up. Bottoms in. Here, Mr. Grab. I'll send you my wedding gift late. Oh, me. That's right. Might be a little dust on the bottle now. Set that back. I like to do a shot of moonshine daily. Y'all known that forever. Like I was telling, it just kills disease, bacteria, and shit. Just helps. You know, it sure do. It sure do help. So, just understand, folks. I understand gambling is a enjoyable activity. Enjoyable, it's euphoria. It's highs, it's lows. It's enjoyable, and I've had to, like I say, I took that into a different replacement in life because, we starting to see the world around us is changing. We got the tide go in, tide go out. And so, nothing more than just a decision that I hadn't scratched. You know. Ricky, I'll be damned, man. How are you, sir? Long time. Long time. Good to see you, Ricky. Good to see you. I didn't realize staying away and just easing up, saying, hey, guys, can be so relieving. It's kind of relieving. It's a big relief to see some old faces, say hello. Some awesome supporters. Man, I had some awesome supporters and still do to this day. And it's a good thing. It's a good thing. So I will chat in the chat wall here. This is my channel right there, American Mind Bender. If you hadn't had the opportunity to pick that channel up, you will see more live streaming on that, more video production starting on that. channel. Like I say, I've got probably 3 video processes cut. In this style of video making, you got to do it kind of in segments, so it can be, put together to create a story or a message that you are trying to replicate on the broadcast. So those are things. Like I say, American Mindbender is right there. You might have to write it down, and for other political reasons too, that, people's platforms change, ownership changes, and the way they do things change, and that too has become controlling and control people. I tend to try to stay away from. It's not good when you can't have your own critical thoughts and your own critical conversations on a platform that become not towards a doctrine of somebody else's thinking. You got 2 identical channels, so to speak, doing something, and hell, one of them gets picked on, the other one doesn't. That those things occur. And to me, that ain't a cool platform at all. Appreciate that, Bo. Appreciate that, Bo. Thank you. See you later. Gotta lay them down. Blood pressure, man. Not playing tonight. Damn it. Keep your head up. I hear you, ZZ. I hear you. Instead of that word control, I would replace government. I don't have to rely on. That's where you want to take it. You don't want to have to rely on it. And that's just no different than somebody relying on a producer in Brazil to have your tomatoes in Walmarts and stuff. Those things that you unconsciously think of that you require. I'm wondering what's happening. Riding that truck around? Are you hanging out tonight? How are you? Long time friend. Good to see you. Guess what? It's a fresh one too. This bud for you. She keeps America going. Love my 18-wheeler drivers. But just like I say, love God, family, and guns, bro. Yeah, you got to keep your peace near. Keep it near. Keep them separated too. So, see, we've all become got to be a little bit more self-reliant. And that's something that's hard to understand after so long. We did 60 years ago, guys. A lot of the people wasn't reliant on that Brazilian farmer to bring you that tomato. So I think that's where my adjustment has came to place that kind of overreacted to this lottery channel. Is I had to change that relationship of me relying on government to be sustainable for me. I'm not so sure that shit gonna be too sustainable for me in the near future, and I can't do nothing but be prepared for that ability to sustain for myself. And I encourage everybody to understand it wasn't but 60 years ago at best. Like I say, people didn't have no Hardee's and McDonald's and, a grocery store every 20 feet. There was a lot more sustainability on their own. So raise your hand if you picked up American Mindbender. Raise your hand. Let me see you raise your hand. We got to raise your hand in here. I tell you what. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. Hey. So that's the only difference, that's the only difference versus the daily activity of scratching tickets and streaming and video making. Video making still going on, but it's just different where it's not done and just shot out to the public. It's got to be worked with. I'm doing things in steps right now to just, bring a different perspective. So I can't rely on self, on being sustained much longer by a source I'm not even aware of no more. I can't say that. People want to damn threaten me with shots and shit. Whoa, wait a minute. I better damn know you real good if you're gonna put a needle in my damn arm. I better know you real well. I mean, a lot more well than I know YouTube people. You know what I'm saying? That means, and that's just a little bit too much in the mind for, a human being to say, hey, it's this way or the highway, and if that's, if that's the way it's going to be, I'm just going to have to say, I'm going to have to provide my own shit. All I need is water, all I need is food, and all I need is oxygen, and we're going to sustain together. Yeah, definitely. There you go. Just got your garden going up. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different people on YouTube that show you how to do stuff. Crash course in it. I've been crash coursing in it. I'm not saying that my YouTube time hasn't been there, but it hasn't been there as much as in the past. And it's like I see something, then I can visualize how I can do it, and I go out there and do it. It might, take me a day and a half where it took them a 30-minute video, but in reality, they probably did it in steps also and cut and start, which I'm sure. So, I mean, some of these projects ain't as fast as they get the message across in 20 minutes. So, GKR is still a horse for me. I don't like horses, Bo. I'll be honest with you. I've only been around 3 horses in my lifetime. And every damn one of them try to bite me. I don't have a clue. And I just keep my ass away from a horse. So you can keep your horse. I steal your jackass. Me and jackasses are donkeys. We cool. They sit there and smile at me and shit. They be doing the teeth. Not no horse. You can keep that motherfucker. I'm gonna ride the donkey. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wish there was a lot of fishing area around me. It's not too far. If I had to walk one day down the road, Mr. Grab's afraid of horses too. Mr. Grab and me we're gonna be riding donkeys and shit with sombreros on. We're going undercover with our fucking mask on and shit. Man, that's something I tripped out on the other day. Some states got to wear this shit. What? Okay, whatever. I don't know if I could live in that state, but I turned around the other day. I was paying for something. I looked back. And there were like 20 people, and they just all had different damn masks on. I said, damn, am I in the fucking Arizona Tombstone era and shit? It's kind of like a matrix to me. I was like, shit, really? 2 months ago, if I'd done some shit like that, they'd be calling the cops on my ass. But now they just all fall up in line like some damn sheep. I'm like, really? That's something I've been thinking about, Ricky. I've been thinking very hard about it. It's hard for me to find some of them rosewood seeds. They don't make rosewood seeds no more since I've been around. Oh, we got a camera glitch. Hold on. Yeah, come. That camera be messing up sometime. I gotta fix it. There you go. Sorry about that. So, yeah, that's kind of been an issue on that side of life, but it's all good. It'll happen. Yeah, it's pretty economical, you know, pretty economical. I remember, there we go. I haven't been looking at my basement. It's over there, so I don't even know if somebody had clicked it. And I'm crazy. But no, sometimes you just got to do the checks, man. You got to do the cause and the effects in life and shit. So I'm okay. You know, I chose to stop my channel scratching, and there ain't nothing like going out on your own because I would truly be angry if I was any other way. If it wasn't my way, my decision. But you know, who knows? Who knows what the future brings for everybody, everything. Uh, but nah, haven't been rubbing nothing off. Haven't been doing it. So I just wanted to cut up for a few minutes. Say hello, hello. Oh yeah, yeah. There's a neat little Patriot community, Ricky. Uh, been a neat little Patriot community. Definitely has. There's plenty of cool communities around. I didn't even see the mind bender in one or two, but I hope things don't get too damn controlling. You know, I hope. I don't know. Maybe the people do have to flex. That might be what we have to do. We might have to flex. Yeah, I don't want to. You know, like I say, ZZ. I'm more outspoken on my opinion on American Mindbender. You know, to try to just let this platform I've got, you know, marinate for a while. Uh, if I decide to come in to scratch, enjoy scratching the Georgia lottery again. Uh, so yeah, I preserve myself. I did preserve myself by having that second channel. So make sure you guys pick this up if you hadn't had a chance to yet. I enjoy dropping community tabs on this channel. If any of y'all have noticed my community tabs, I don't know. I look at it two ways. You know, some people are scared as shit in this time of life. You know, some people are scared as shit, and some people are happy. You know, some people are happy. You know, good versus evil, and it's just like evil's like trounced on good all of a sudden. You know, that's just what's upon us. And some folks hadn't understood that. It was just one day you woke up and bam, it was at your front door. You know, but you know, in any part of life, if your sustainability is being threatened, you know, you got a flight or fight syndrome that's going to happen. You know, some people going to fight, some people going to flight, you know, and in between there, you got to maintain. You know, you got to maintain your ability to, if it gets deep enough to fight, that you're going to have the energy and the resources to overcome the evil that does exist. That's just how it's going to be. You know, you either going to do the flight or fight. That's just the way it is. That's the human nature. You know. Nah, not everybody has a true side of the understanding, Rick. I'll just say it like this, Ricky. As a human being, you got to have oxygen, food, and water. Period. You know. And if you can take a look of cause and effects, you know, cause and effect, no work, no money, no food, cause and effects. If you see them cause and effects coming, you know, by the time they get there, you got to always sustain with oxygen, food, and water, regardless if you got a roof, regardless if you got a vehicle, regardless if you got a job, you know, regardless if you got drones flying around your fucking house, you know, regardless, you know, and those things are cause and effects of the whole situation at hand that has been attacked, the good versus evil. I don't watch news. I don't watch a TV cable news. You know, I'll show you right now. I done got a little high tech in this shit. Let me y'all pause with me just a minute. I know how to do this share screen now. And I'll show you where I get information from. I like to deal with you know, documents. I like to read. You know, I like to adhere by things and see different things for what's written. You know, I don't really give a shit about somebody's opinion trying to show me something or tell me a report, you know, because hell, half the damn time, you know, you guys hadn't even understand that you've been seeing shit in the movies that they actually playing right now in front of your face, word for word, you know. A damn green screen's been going on forever. They've been hitting that green screen on people. And people hadn't even realized the green screen used now. You know, they trying to create their own little agendas and mind tricks and shit. You know, the proof's always in the writing. You know, or what you can show visually. You know, if I could show you something visually, it could can be looked at and analyzed and say, okay, that wasn't no Photoshop, or yeah, that was a Photoshop. Let me see what this is.
I don't even.
Y'all pause for a second here. All right, y'all could hear it just good. I had to do a mic check. Now, this is an individual like you or me. This is where I want some news from. Somebody that can tell me the truth and show me something that I could connect with, visually. So it's trying to remember where that part is. Let me see if it'll show me, because I really don't want to hear about the chatter in between. But there, okay, that's about right here. And what I'm going to show you first, guys, is an actual CNN reporter doing a report, but then somebody busted in a damn movie that come out, the exact same dude, not even an actor and shit, the same dude on CNN talking with the actor in the movie saying the exact same damn thing, word for word. And this is kind of stuff that's being exposed, that how it's a mind fuckery going on. All right, so let's see if I picked it up at the right spot.
And it's the exact same thing, word for word, scripted, social distancing, all that. All right, just watch. Okay, just watch.
Reporting on CNN had its first about the coronavirus.
Pass away from the coronavirus. Everything we are doing right now is to help.
Now check this shit out. Now look, this is Lawrence Fishburne in the movie Contagion. Listen to what Blood say.
But right now, our best defense has been social distancing. No handshaking, staying home when you're sick, washing your hands frequently.
And look who Blood talking to
date.
Ain't that the nigga from CNN? Or am I tripping?
We're still working on confirming that number.
Freelance journalist.
The CDC, this is Blood from CNN in the movie Contagion. Come on now. I mean, I ain't no conspiracy theory motherfucker, but this is a hell of a coincidence. Yeah, he telling us to do what we gotta do right now in real life in the movie.
Something we heard a long time ago. A country called us damn stupid. They said the American people was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Queen. And, shit like that makes you, be like, damn, that's just stupid. This dude sitting here was in a movie saying the same shit before it even come to pass. That's my news source, ZZ. I like to, get things off the understanding of shit you got busted, trying to fool me. That's kind of like the whole scenario. I was like everybody else, I'm like, oh, what the hell? And then I seen a report that come out like on shit. It was like back in early March or maybe late February, it showed up a video in Italy, and then all of a sudden they tried to act like it was the same shit in New York. Exact identical video. And I'm just like, man, really? They've been giving us some fuckery for a minute. For a minute. I make me pull back and say, hold up, wait a minute. I can't put my trust in man. And that's what's written. I can't put my faith in man. So I got to have that sustainability for myself. If not, these little things like this and scenarios that's going on,
Sick, you have to first come in contact
just happen
with
and
a sick
people just
person
laugh
or
and think
something
it's
that
funny
they
and
touched.
shit. Just making it all happen.
I mean, The same guy.
Yeah, she done got her mind
Says
blown right
CDC.
here.
And it's not even an actor playing the CNN dude. It is the CNN dude in the movie.
So
With
there ain't
Lawrence
nothing I
Fishburne,
trust on no
same
TV
word
box.
for word.
I don't be rolling like no TV box, guys.
What is happening?
Can't be doing no TV box.
What the?
You know.
What the?
And there's a lot of things you see from people, you know, that tell their experiences.
Yeah,
You know, you
glad
got to
it's
take it with a grain of salt. You know, you can take people's experiences with a grain of salt. You know, you don't really know if they part of the good or they part of the damn evil. You know, you just don't know that part of it. But there's all kinds of videos. Like I say, I drop videos on my community tab. I don't know if you guys like looking at them. Sometimes they could be a little drawn out. You know, there's certain things that are going to always have cause and effect. You know what I mean? And we all know that. Economy's fucked. The world economy's fucked. You know, what's it fucked for? You know, that's what we need to figure out. What's it fucked for? You know, it got to be a reason it's fucked for, cause and effect. You know, so what's the agenda? Well, at the end of the day, you know what? The whole world, not just this place here. You know? So, I don't know. You haven't watched the news in a long time because of that. Well, I mean, it's okay to get information on news. I'll tell you another great news source I like to look at. Let me go back to this shared up screen. This is you know, this is kind of a, you know, for those folks who like to have that form of a
thing to show you and
back up.
Let
me see.
I'm exhausted from what the fucking. I guess that's a verb now.
Oh no! Shut up, please. There you go. Let me see. Let's see here. Let me check and see real quick. I thought I'm not. Hold on. Nah, this ain't it. But maybe it'll show it in the headlines or something. Let me see if over here. It's not the right channel.
A new
I'm
virus
looking for.
is spreading in China.
We've got the language you need to talk about the story. I'm Georgina.
A channel I like to talk about. Give me some good information. They pretty cool. Oh, I think they was up there in the sidebar. I mean, that's the kind of good thing, you know, about technology. You can use it for the good as quick as some people use it for the bad. China in focus, you know. I thought that was let me go and check here real quick. Of course, I can't find it when I'm looking for it. Isn't that right? It's just like that lost shaker of salt. Where's that shaker of salt at? Yeah, it's people like her that'll help us win. thought I typed it in correctly. Oh, well, no, I didn't. Hold on. There's the channel right here. This channel right here, I enjoy looking at. It's pretty straightforward as far as some information out there, and it'll talk about different parts of the world. It gives you a lot of understanding of the whole world as far as anything that's being reported. It's like they don't truly have no kind of agenda they hiding. They don't seem like they're being controlled by nobody's pocketbook and told to say this and told to say that. This channel here seems to have been able to beat stuff pretty good as far as I can tell. People are getting fed up with this stuff, and you can see it in some states' capitals. I know that's right. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. People, they get to the point where they're getting angry, and shit. Things are gonna be that way. It's almost like everybody had their eggs in one basket here, and that's the basket right there. Looks like everybody had their eggs in one basket. And they're not gonna come out smelling like no rose either when it's over with. They're not gonna come out smelling like a rose at all. I think, that's something I was talking with tonight on another channel I was and I can see where some of these elderly people, they're gonna start popping the cap because they don't give a fuck. Some of these elderly people are fixing to show you how to rumble. They ain't got much in life that's left that's elderly, to their rights and freedoms and shit get messed with. They might just start a lot of boom boom room. Some of these older people be like, I can't take it no more. And some of these other generations are just not having a damn clue. My mind bender. What's happening, Billy? What's happening, Billy? So, I mean, some of these older folks, guys, these elderly, they might just not give a fuck. They might start wasting off some of that black powder. But yeah, check that out if you want to see kind of some worldly news. Is the best that I can see as far as worldly news participation. It's occurring, and I can say I like that one. And there's some other channels. You get documents you can read. You can see Congress.gov. You can always go to your Congress.gov, and yeah, they try to write shit to where it's unreadable, so to speak. But hell, if you ain't got nothing else to do, read 72-page document that's a bill, signed bill now, and fathom what's really going on. A lot of folks didn't understand the infiltration come in with the evil is, like I said in my mind bender on like my first live stream, that folks forgot. Authority gonna start at the mayor level in your county, your mayor, your local mayor, and then it's gonna go to your governor and your state representative and your vice president and your vice president. Lee, this buzz for you, buddy. And that's the fuckery at hand, guys, where these people been voted into office. At that level, some people like to say, oh, my vote don't count. Well, shit, it ain't going to if you don't put it in. I guarantee your vote counts at these little mayor levels, your state levels, your president levels, they matter. You know, you just hope you pick one of the two of the, both sides about damn evil. We know that. They both damn about evil, but you hope you can pick one better of the two. But I don't know. It's kind of like this time of day, this damn if you do and damn if you don't. You know? It's a damn do and damn don't scenario. Eleanor, welcome in. How are you? How are you, huh? I'm out of beer. Got some Jack left. Alright. Got a little Jack left. So, don't tell me that damn, your mayor, didn't matter. You guys forget, this country will let any person take, refugee and take land up in this country. Our country is unique. As in any foreign person can come to our soil and purchase land. You can't do that shit everywhere in the world. There's some parts of the world you can't buy that property if you wasn't a native. That's a fact, Jack. So we got folks coming in with different agendas, and their agenda can be anything. Anything. That covers the whole damn spectrum. But the point is that they evil asses, they just damn evil. And, they fake it till they make it scenarios. They get up in these positions, and guess what? They done sold your little county up, messed your little county up. Your little county can't do this, but the county beside you can do that. Really? They trying to cause up, a conflict in people. They're going to get what they're looking for. Sooner or later, they're going to get what they're looking for. That's just the way it is. They will get what they're looking for. So until then, just make sure you try to get a little bit self-sustainable. It ain't going to hurt you. Might get a little dirt under your fingernails. Or you can keep your damn ass asleep. Some people just don't want to wake up. They could be asleep. They can just be asleep. Let them sleep. So we're doing it well. Doing it well. So like I say, check out Mindbender. Anybody? Anybody? Check it out. Come on up here, Lee. I know you got something to say to me, Lee. Come on up, Lee. Don't be scared. Give me a reason to put these headphones on, Lee. Talk some shit. Get wound up. I might even pour a shot for you, Lee. Pour a little liquor, Lee. Keep smiling, keep shining, knowing you can always count on the Lord. That's right. What's up? I told y'all he ain't scared. We get my earphones on. Oh, man.
Hold on. Let me. Okay, here we go. I got to flip this around. Y'all can't see me that well. I'm in the dark.
All right, I'm here. I can hear now.
Hey, all this shit starts at a local level.
Local level is correct.
You got to know who you're voting for when you go to vote. Y'all don't know who you're voting for. You just click. You not even click. You fill in the ballot. For him or her or him, her,
some
him.
guy.
If you don't know who you're voting for, it don't matter if it's a Republican, a Democrat. I mean, I prefer to think of myself as an independent. Unfortunately, in this country, for years, independents can't get in because they're a threat to the system.
What system
What?
is that, Lee? What system are you talking of, brother?
The
Let us
same
hear
system.
it. Let us hear it.
The same system that's controlled everybody for a long period of time. The system of quote unquote same old what do they try and say to Donald Trump when they tried to impeach him?
I'll take these off for a minute. Got me thinking.
What the hell did they try and tell him? The same old shit, and basically. I don't know how to put it.
Let's just say evil's rearing their ugly head. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I will also.
And let's agree to this too. Regardless if you got a elephant or a donkey representing you on a side, you know, ultimately you're gonna present yourself as evil or good, and those who have the iniquities to see and can pick the characteristics of good is whom should be placed in whatever local office is running. And a lot of times folks have already had their eyes closed because of a system.
Let me also throw this out there.
Go ahead.
Y'all should really be looking into the word, because all this shit is foretold.
It's foretold. Is it a script? A scripture or script?
Dust off those Bibles if you ain't, if you got them sitting on a back shelf burner.
Well, I think that's just it. Those that are good know that's what they're seeing. And they can be
I understand that.
rejoiceful.
I'm saying the people that need to dust them off should dust them off.
Now, this is the question, Lee. Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You say people need to dust the Bibles off. Okay. So theoretically in this America, do you think people are more aware of the Bible these days or less aware?
Over time, over the last couple of...
Right now, today, do you think there's more people that know what's written in that word versus not?
I feel like there's less people that know because of all the doctrinization or whatever.
It's been removed out of schools and children's learning since the early 60s.
The colleges that they're so
and the institute. So is that what people? Is that what people mean when they saying you're dumbing down your people?
Exactly.
Oh, is that what's written already? That there's already a scripture that's telling us the things we're seeing that's come to pass.
There's several different scriptures,
and so we agree that there's more people in this country that don't have a clue about something.
Now I know some of you out there might take
let me finish. So we're agreeing that there's less people out there know of what they're facing in life right now, that it's already been written. There's less people that even know that. That's
why the need is so great for like I'm a big part of First Assembly of God. That's the church I belong to. And I mean, you don't have to belong to a church to know God, to know the scripture. I'm also a big believer of that. But I do believe in giving my tithes. It's in the Bible.
Let me ask you this. There's less people that are biblically sound enough to see the world and this earth we live in. We're biblically enough sound, some people, to see those things that we have read and studied and showed ourselves approved of. Well, those people are probably some happy people, wouldn't you agree?
Wait, say that again?
I said, so there's a less majority of people who have studied their Bible and showed themselves approved to where they see what's going on now And those folks are the happy people.
Oh yeah.
Would you agree? And the people who are being,
I'd say the richer people, the richest people on earth right now, are the less poorest, or are the poorest in my opinion, because they aren't spiritual fulfilled. They don't know anything, because all they can see is the money in front of them.
I see.
You know, they don't believe in God. A lot of them don't. In fact, their beliefs are far beyond God. It has nothing to do with God. In fact, it's quite the opposite.
That didn't answer the question, though.
No, I understand that. The answer to your question is yes. The few that do read the Bible, the few that are enlightened, are more spiritually correct right now. I believe that's.
I don't use the word correct. I use it as happiness.
Okay, well,
because we happy to understand the things that we're faced with and know that we have Jehovah, you know, we got a provider, you know, we sitting here with somebody who we can lean on now.
That's when I started to talk about my contradiction.
Versus that scenario, whatever somebody's belief can be, there's so many that aren't aware of someone who can provide for them. It's not going to be your government. You know, it's not going to be your job. It's not going to be your money. You know, it's not going to be like the produce grown in Brazil that you pick up in a Walmart. You know, no. because the good versus evil is taking place, and them folks who don't know that rock, you know, people that don't know that rock, you know, that's going to provide and understand, you can't lose your joy. You can't lose it. You know?
I know. What I was starting to say earlier was, don't take, you know, I'm a contradiction to myself. I do understand that. My drinking is a contradiction to some degree. I have heavy belief in my faith. I'm a big part of my church. Do I drink? Yeah. It says in the Bible you can drink. Unfortunately, I drink a little more than I should.
That's, you know.
But you know what?
The habits of man can't be brought into this. Hey, principal, if you vote for Trump, you're voting for someone who doesn't know shit about a Bible or God. I don't know. You know, I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I hadn't had time to talk to him like that. You know.
I'll put it this way: I
can't put my faith in man. You know, I can't. You know, that's just the way it's been, the whole understanding of what I see in this world prior to a disease.
I vote the way I vote because.
Good night, Mr. Graham.
I feel like it's the better way to go, or from the research I've gone through, it's better for the country. But then again, at the end of the day, it's up to each and every one of us to study our shield. Our shield is the Bible, the Word.
Principal's got a decent question. You know, what about atheists? Are we saying, you know, that our atheists can't be happy? I mean, I think happiness is going to come and go with anybody's atmosphere, environment, situations. You know, that sometimes can bring you happiness. Now, is it going to provide them a everlasting life? Probably not. Let's say probably not. You know?
The one of the biggest things that drives me in life is knowing I'm not home yet.
I see.
I mean, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's going to be good versus evil from here on out, even though it has been for centuries.
It's only going to get worse.
And I think obviously we're just seeing an outpouring of an evil that we hadn't seen in no time, and our young lives. I think like I say and I mentioned, I feel like society will probably have to provide for yourself. And that's just taking us back 60 years. That's not a big step back. That, hey, instead of you working at the auto parts store, you out there, providing for the things you need as water, food, and oxygen. And then the in-between stuff, as long as they don't start doing those drive-bys with no drones and shit, acting all crazy, they can stay, do what they need to do for their little agenda. But to try to force people to do things a certain way is just not going to go well. And how you doing, Gerald? It's just not going to go well. So it's just a point in time. I think people are starting to get angry. You got different, governors, like we had mentioned, that's controlling these counties, their own, in their own manners of satisfaction. And I don't mean to have it.
Government, yeah.
Yeah, you ain't gonna have that kind of happy, So it's a change, and
Tyranny.
people gonna be confused, or people are gonna go to, the flight or flight syndrome. Like I say, you're either gonna, go to sleep, or you're gonna figure out something to do to make sure you got yours. And you got yours as meaning food, water, and oxygen. And at the end of the day, that's what's up. Yep. A lot of people's bubbles popping. Their bubbles is popping. Their emotions are popping. Their minds popping. So.
I tell you, I'm happy. My wife planted a lot more seeds lately.
Oh, okay.
Which is awesome in my opinion.
Yeah.
We should have some different things growing soon.
Yeah, I mean, those things you're gonna have to have, regardless of what decisions are made above you as far as control. That's something we know as as people. Yeah, we've got control. Don't let me mislead you on this. Yeah, we got control.
A big proponent of fishing down here. I live in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Why not go and fish? As long as I can, anyhow, without a government stepping in and saying, "All right, we're shutting down all fishing."
It's just it's just people gonna have to get together. Just go out there and fish. Just let them know, hey, we're gonna do that.
But then,
it'd be something you might can get together. Try to get together 20, 30 people. Y'all just all go out there and cast you something out in the water and just stand there. Somebody come up there nosy trying to control you.
I know Florida's already starting to figure out when they can open back up already.
I see.
But whether it's the right choice, wrong choice, I couldn't tell you. All I know is during all this time, a lot of things have been being installed, and I don't agree with that.
Well, I do. I think we all see that evil's trying to make that fluctuation on the world, all the way through technology to taking the cash away to, indoctrinating a shot in somebody, telling you you're going to have to do this, do that, stripping your rights away, throwing your constitution down the drain. It's like these evil are just taking their best shot right now. And we have got to be united and overcome this evil at hand. and that's the only way to put them back on the shelf. You know, you're not going to eliminate them. You know, you're just going to put them back on the shelf and let their mind marinate on their next angle. You know, that's what's occurring. I see. You know, they done shot us our best shot. You know, and then now there's all kinds of things like I showed. You know, these people trying to manipulate mind. You know, mind control, manipulation, and showing you shit on TV that they done showed in a movie, and you know, just all kind of mind manipulating tricks that they doing, and showing it to you. And it's like some folks are seeing the writing on the wall and understand that the evil is done come upon them, and are they strapped to where they can't, you know, be more resourceful in their, you know, freedom fight? I don't know. It's going to be kind of difficult to see at this point in time if the people are going to come together and overcome the evil and let them say, hey, we ain't going to do that up here on this land. You know, this land here ain't accustomed to that shit. You know, this land here ain't, hey, you know, you mean to tell me 2 months ago I could walk over there and fish on that beach, but today it's a damn crime? Let me tell you something. They call law enforcers. They ain't called code enforcers, you know?
Right.
So, in my opinion, if you get a ticket for some silly shit like this, it's broken your constitutional rights.
That's where I was going to say, you know, it ain't wrote in the Constitution that way.
Yeah, you let that shit marinate, because the constitutional lawyers and judges and stuff's coming back to life. You know, that stuff's coming back to life. In my opinion, you have hit a lottery ticket. You have. If you gotten a ticket for doing something that ain't constitutional and took your constitutional rights away, in my opinion, you'll get that shit like pro bono in a courtroom, because pro bono is like a lawyer's going to take it for free. You know, all these rigged up judges that's been sitting around these local counties and shit, man, take that shit up a little bit. Let's go to the state court. No, let's go to the federal court. Yeah, now let's do some business. Okay? Because an order damn sure ain't no law all day long. So don't be confused between an order and a law. Even though some of these damn law enforcements might think they able to enforce a code, they sure as hell ain't no code enforcer on their side of their shirt right there. That shit don't say code enforcer. I guarantee you. You know? You see what I'm saying?
It's been nice chatting, but I'm going to get off.
All right, brother, man. What's that say there? I live on Saltwater Canal, half a mile from the beach. I'm stocked up. Z78, the people who are dying from the so-called virus were already on their deathbeds anyway. I'm sorry, but that's true. I mean, this is like I told folks at the beginning of this disease, ZZ. You know, you can Google it yourself. You know, you can say what was the average number of deaths in America in per day in 2019, and it would tell you 4,765 people died every day in America in 2019. That's just what happens. The thing is, you wouldn't have no reports about it. You didn't have no damn news up in there about it. It was going on. It was already happening. That was just the way it was. But, you know, we were sitting there watching our little football, baseball games and, you know, doing different things in life. And none of that stuff was into our attention. You know, it wasn't into our mind, our focus, you know. So that ain't nothing new, folks passing away, being brought home, you know. So that's just the reality of it. And Principal says, my nephew was not on his deathbed. He was healthy and in his 30s. Did he ended up passing away, Principal? I know you had made a post on a video, and I knew a few members of the family were hospitalized at the time. All I know is our population control has been a minimum agenda from the government for a while. The problem is that you all keep voting and filthy rich people. Rich people are never going to solve poor people's problems. I'm going to live my life the way I want to, not how I'm told to. There's truth in that. There's truth in both of them. So who do you vote for? I mean, some guy that's between you and your conscious decision. I say this: all politicians are crooked bastards. There's just no way around it. All of them are. As far as my opinion on who you to vote for, I never share. To me, that's between me and the Lord who I vote for. So you can only just hope you have a person that has some form of love in their heart for the people, so to speak, and not just for their own agendas. He lived. Hallelujah. All right. He's learning to walk again. Oh, man, you give me a tear. Cool. I'm glad. Wow. What's that say? I try to help recruit regular people to run for office. Yeah, definitely, because, that's something I discuss in my understanding. Like I say, any foreign person can come to this soil and buy land, have businesses. And hell, the government might even pay them. They might even give them a nice fat, come up to help start their businesses. But anywho, when it comes to your governors and your senators and your state representatives, you're damn right you need to know where they're from. Sure, you need to know what they're about. I mean, it's not hard to decide. I don't care if they call themselves Republicans or Democrats or whatever, Democrats. They, I'm going to be straight honest with you. Now, I don't need to be rude like this, but, if I got somebody, let's say from Chicago, who's running as a Republican versus somebody from India who's running as a Democrat for my mayor seat, I'm going to put the dude in that's from my town before I put some dude in from India. I mean, that's just the bottom line. I ain't got no particular side I favor. I just have a little common sense on that. And I hope that person that's an American's got any damn rights and understandings of a constitutional freedom and the freedoms that we are so privileged to have and have fought for. And we're going to be fighting for them again pretty damn soon. Pretty damn soon. I didn't mean to get on that rant. Regular people like OAC, terms limits people who run for office. Hey, Peach. What's happening, hot stuff? I looked the wrong way. Right? Yeah, no. I mean, that's just a concept that Lee, goes by as far as his vote. His vote matters. See, I don't know what all that stuff means. I'm not very political. I never have been. I don't know what the hell right wing, left wing, liberal, conservative. What's all these other damn words I hear? Trying to remember some more of them. I don't know what none of that means as far as a way of thinking. I don't know what none of that means as far as a decision making. I'm kind of more like somebody wants to, flash that they running for this or running for that. Do some research. This internet's a powerful damn thing. Just research them. Find out what's happening. Because hell, they got books on anybody that's trying to run for any kind of, governor or mayor or any kind of shit. You can always do a little research, to even figure out what you're dealing with to start with. So I don't, like I say, you can have 4 or 5 people or whatever that's running for a little governor or mayor of your town. I look them up, I look them up, and if I got an opportunity, to see a picture of them, and if I see them around town, I'm not shy. I'll say, hey, how you doing? I've seen you running for mayor or whatever. Kind of just see what you got on your hands. But I know that, there's some people's towns as big as shit, and you would never have a chance to see your delegates. But you can still do some research. Don't be lazy. First you got to vote, but still, don't be lazy as far as knowing what you're putting in that position that can rule and reign over you as far as that. Let me get back on this chat wall here. Hey, Knight. We never know what's going on for real. We will never know the truth. Well, I disagree. I know the damn truth. It's already written, in my opinion. There ain't nothing new up under the sun. Nothing new under the sun. Some guy in Florida, your problem is you're easily manipulated. I don't know, liberals are what's wrong with the country. See, I don't even know what the hell a liberal is, so I ain't got no dog in that fight. The problem is I believe you earn your keep. Nothing is free. Liberals lie. Promises bullshit to people. Just get votes. I don't even know what that person thinks or whatever. I don't know. I got to see a name, and then I can go from that name, and I can go and look up. I can tell by what college they went to. If they went to a certain college, I ain't messing with them. Because some of these colleges got sororities or Ferraris or whatever they call them, that's got this little clique, and it's just a brotherhood situation, and that ain't got nothing to do with me or doing the right thing. So a lot of times I'll research somebody, and their college could be a reason why I can't support them, because I know what's done passed through that situation. They done showed their hand to me. And them people are somebody I just can't support with my vote. That's my freedom of vote, and I can't support them like that. And it might be just something as simple as where they got their educations from. All I know is my boots are firmly on the ground. I have a mindset. Are we being lied to? Yeah, we're being lied to. Evil's going to always lie to you, ain't it? It's something I say. It's easy. It's like an example. It's easy for me to lie to you. It's harder for me to convince you that you've been lied to. That's kind of the hard part, is to convince you've been lied to. That's why they got what they call conspiracies. There's been all kind of things in this country that that's been lied to. It's been harder for other people to convince some people that you've been lied to, that this didn't even happen the way you saw it. Green screen's been a motherfucker in our media for a long time, guys. They've been using that green screen for a long time, more longer than y'all know, to manipulate your mind. Ricky says there's 4 or 5 families that run the world. That is what Trump is trying to dismantle. Pelosi used the American people as a leverage just to push their narratives. Did you stop? What's that, Mia Azizi? Did you stop scratching? If you can convince Americans that the reason they're having a hard time is that others are taking it, and you can't control everything they do. Fear is a form of mind control, and fear can make you sick. Fear can kill you. Fear can mess up your body, your stomach enzymes, and cause you to go haywire, to cause your body to fail. These people got slick. They kind of understanding the human psyche probably more than people are understanding themselves. That war ain't got to be with bombs and guns and stuff no more. It can just be of mind manipulation. Let's see what the chat said. Trump wants to be one of the families running the world. The Democrats care more than illegal immigrants than Americans. Yeah, Mia. ZZ scratching. Nah, ZZ dropped the ball. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I feel it. Take care, Miss Mia. Good to see you, sweetheart. Some guys stop making sweeping generalizations. I don't know. I just understand things, guys. In my perspective, I'm going to understand that now. I can't comprehend that some things are being took away from me as far as, as far as I can see. And when things are changing like that, and you see evil, suppressing the whole world, that's something that we ain't never seen and probably won't never see again. It's totally fine when there's an outbreak of some, viruses in a different part of the country. We're kind of like nobody paid attention, and, different countries mandating vaccinations and all this to where, their country mandates you to have this injected into your body and stuff. And it's just something we ain't never seen. The whole world, experiencing this evil presence so fast and so abrupt, and so fear has took place in people whom hadn't been prepared mentally, and they hadn't been prepared. I just, they just hadn't been prepared mentally. I don't think nobody can. You like the haircut? Thank you. I think we got to understand that at the end of the day, that no other man really gives a fuck about the next one. You got to always provide for yourself. You got to always make sure you got you. And that don't mean a bad thing. I know it can be interpreted as a bad thing. Just like I said 2 months ago, if I was sitting in the grocery store and seen all these people walking around with damn bandanas on their face like they in the Wild West, I probably would have thought something bad was going on 2 months ago, but now I'm supposed to be like everything's okay. So you got to understand that you can't rely on things that you used to rely on to be coming to pass down the road. Them things are being stripped away from you right now, and what you're seeing is the effects of what was there before. And you got to say, okay, if that's the cause and the effect of this situation, that's where you kind of got to make your own path. You got to get you got to make sure that you got water, oxygen, and food, period. That's just something you got to mentally click into, because you can't rely on some man, some government, some farmer, some, other entity that's going to want to provide that for you. Their interests is in different things right now. Their interests ain't into making sure that you are fed and nourished, so you got to understand that it's coming to pass. You got to. So well, I mean, that's another scenario. When you say weak people, ZZ, when you say weak people, you got to break it down a little differently. That's like a I don't know, like a common term, weak people. I say it like this: people got to change their focus. People, as we know people aren't like understanding. They got to change their focus. The road's turned. You know what I'm saying? The world has turned. When the world was going good, now it turned. You got to turn with it, or you gonna run off the road. You can't understand that. I don't know if you're weak or you just not. You just don't have that fight or flight syndrome yet, but you'll get it. You eventually get that fight or flight syndrome. This ain't everybody. It'll happen. Folks ain't weak. They just got to change their ways as far as things that was important 2 months ago might not be as important right now. And the people that we was relying on, the unknown people, the unknown people being all the way from your, CEO that you work for that you ain't never seen, or even that little country farmer that was a local farmer, or maybe that, that cheese over from Switzerland you liked or something, or, that German beer or whatever, those people that we relied on, you can't rely on them folks no more. It's a different thing in the world. It's changed. We have to. I already put my input in about Obama. What I miss here? What's Keisha saying? Did a lot of great things over. Never Trump wasted 2 years on doing everything Obama had in place. So Trump tried, but he didn't do a good job either. Maybe you should have stayed in school. It's like y'all trying, just like a liberal trying to force their beliefs. Personally, you had to be a liberal. You're not a conservative. You're on the far left, and you are so wrong. And a peeking in. I'm like here nor there on like political people's, decision making. Because stuff like that's already been here, done there, and you're going to live by it regardless. All them people who make decisions for the human race in this part of the country, America, they've already made their decisions and their ways and their influences. We got to disregard any of that right or wrong decision making that any person of any power is going to make. Any president is going to make a decision that's probably going to benefit them, and it's just going to be that way. That just seems to be the normal. I have a big problem with how they let the people be deceived on what's actual going on as far as trying to play some mind trickery with people and stuff. And to me, they call it entertainment, but to me, it's just fake. And I've always been good to see fake and not be entertained by fakeness, And some people just live in fake because they accustomed to it. They just either believe everything they hear or believe everything they see. They don't look at a cause or an effect, or just some of those silly things, and that's just the human psyche, it's just the human way. And we as people, if things we try to do and it works out for the good, we happy as an individual, and when things don't work out for the good, you're not a happy individual. And that's just how people are. That's just how people are, What we got here? ZZ, I don't have to be a liberal. I choose to be. Brother, I am never going to be weak. I will fight to my death for what I believe in. And if you can't do that, then you are weak. What if what you believe in turns out to be wrong? You know, there's all kinds of things in our, there's something that I've always understood. You know, we only believe, so to speak, what we taught. And some of the stuff we believe is what we've encountered in our own research, or we may have encountered by our own education. I'm going to use that word, and knowledge. People going to always believe in that way. Some people are starting to discredit the fact that, society has lied to us about the shape of the atmosphere. There's some people who's tried to destroy what other folks have been teaching society for so long. And, it's just things that happen. This society has been evil for such a long time that who knows? It don't really make a damn if a earth is a flat earth or if the earth is a round earth. At the end of the day, it's not gonna affect nobody. It's either you got oxygen, food, and water, or you don't, regardless of the shape of something. And that even leads true to a understanding of a spirituality. At the end of the day, Peach, I love this chat. You get to hear everybody's political input. I never was a Trump fan, but he's doing what he needs to do as a man to run this country, and didn't even vote for him. Yep, you was in the hospital. Can you say you 100% now? Because you was 80% about 6 months ago. I hope you at 100, Peach, when he ran for the presidency. Peach, I wouldn't vote for that con artist for a dog catcher. I hear you. I hear you. It's either, you got to understand at this point in time, is the president, out for himself and his own agenda, or is he out for the people? And that's just something, you got to ask yourself. I guess at the end of the day, it don't really make a damn, because we're going to try to maintain our Constitution at the end of the day, regardless if he makes a extra $75 billion as a president or not. At the end of the day, I just want to make sure that, if I want to go across the street to go fishing or something, everything's okay. I ain't got to whoop nobody's ass about it. That's all. I could care less about their agendas like that, because at the end of the day, he's already got the controller, so to speak. And, there's an opportunity coming this year that the people will get their opportunity to place a vote. And to be quite frank with you, a vote don't mean nothing but your well wishes. That's what you're wishing for. Does it count? Does it not count? I don't know. That's kind of one of them same questions again. It don't matter. I'm going to go through the exercise. If my outcome is reached, it's reached. If my outcome is not reached, it's not reached. And then life is just going to still continue. I'm going to try to continue with oxygen, water, and food. And at the end of the day, I'm going to smile. I'm going to smile. I'm going to get me. Right? So that's just how I look at things from my perspective. You got to go back to work tomorrow. Y'all opening schools up? They opening schools up tomorrow. That's a good thing. Uh-oh, not at the 100 mark. That's your heart, sweetie. You an essential. Ain't that some shit? How they classify people being essential or not? I mean, it's like we done fell up under a caste system and shit. Are we Indian now? I'm essential. I'm not essential. Take care, Lee. Take care, sir. Thank you for stopping in. Like I say, it's just, just try to maintain this through sometimes it's going to be one of us has to be in the building. Oh, my. That's some shit. Peace out. What's that say? Cancel. Scratcher. My husband is a new owner operator. He driving his truck. He's been driving through the whole ordeal. Yeah, that's good. That's something too I mentioned. Some people's lives ain't skipped a beat. Some people's lives hadn't changed not one drop. And that's that's good to obviously know, so to speak, hey, things, the wheel's still rolling. But hopefully not lose control and understanding of what's at hand, where the evil people of this world's truly trying to attack the good people. And how we got to actually understand we might just have to learn how to provide. We can't rely on man. I went around the other day and I noticed that the farm near me that does produce yearly, they didn't hardly have nothing in the ground. They might have done got them a big old stimulus check and said, hell, we're planting for this year. All that stuff adds up. I tell you, another misconception people ain't understanding, though. Another misunderstanding people ain't understanding, they seeing like they see what they calling a food, food shortage or food not looking as prominent in the stores or shopping and stuff. But let me explain it to you like this. 2 months ago, people were enjoying restaurant foods. Children were having to eat school foods. Okay, well, let's reverse all that out the picture right now. So now let's say we got a family of 4. That means mama's got at least, let's say one of them's working. Let's just say one of the family members is working. So that means there's got to be a breakfast for 3 people. That means there has to be a lunch for 3 people. And there has to be a supper for 4 people at home. So guess what? People who wasn't cooking in the past at home because they had children in the school systems, they were able to eat out a lot. They having to cook at home right now. So guess what? You using up more food supply than what you was using up in the past. So there ain't no shortages. People have bought products off the shelves and are having to prepare at home now, whereas in the past, you might have prepared one meal for 4 people at the end of the day. But your breakfast and lunch you didn't have to mess with because the children were at home, maybe both parents were working. And so there wasn't no food really needing to be eaten at the house, not unless the kids were grabbing a Pop-Tarts or something. But now you having to feed 3 mouths in the morning, 3 mouths in the evening, and 4 mouths at night. So of course you're going to what appears to look like a food shortage because people are buying up the groceries because they're having to cook at home now. So don't let that flip your minds out thinking that stuff's going away and it's not being replenished. It's just being used up at a capacity that we hadn't seen in quite a while. Y'all got to see all that and understand that's some of the cause and the effects you're seeing. Ricky, the way I look at it is we We'll survive no matter what. We just have to have the mentality to survive, and a lot of people don't have that. And that's just how they done grown people up these days. You know, that's just how people have been grown up and raised. You know, everybody's been used to going to work. Everybody's been used to going to the Burger Kings and the Dairy Queens and, you know, all that being used to stuff, you know. Are they planting those 1,500 acres this year, some guy? Are they? That's good to know. Are they planting anything you know of? Another thing I found out too, as far as I've been seeing on our food, you know, they showing like milk trucks and stuff like that getting dumped out. And they showing chickens and stuff being thrown away and vegetables and shit. But y'all need to know the narrative of what's going on there. You know, you got to understand a lot of these small farmers, like in Wisconsin and stuff, they've already got contracts with these businesses to do their work and everything, okay? It's them companies that make like that little square butter, you know, the little square butter for your motels, or that little square butter for your, you know, Waffle Houses, and, you know, those little things like that, those little, you know, delicate looking things. They ain't part of the, you know, Kraft mac and cheese, you know, they're not part of the, you know, the big booming business. You know, a lot of them people rely on the small farmer. They done locked them into contracts. And what is going on is you've got these bigger corporations that are trying to squeeze the little man out, because none of their stuff is going for these little, you know, little butters that, you know, they was making these little butters for 10, you know, 0.010 on a cent. You know, they didn't even have a penny in the shit, and they was selling them for, you know, 4 cents a piece or 2 cents a piece and quadrupling their money. You know, those are the people that's hurt right now, and they're stuck with all this food, you know, as far as milk, because they can't find nobody to take it. And they trying to knock off these little farmers, you know, to allow them to be able to sell their milks and stuff like that, that where they were used to selling them to all these little different, you know, little, what I call little catchy, you know, food items, you know, all these little small little Twinkie cakes and stuff, and all these off-brand things, you know. So y'all, that's what you're seeing the effects of right there, is the big man is getting the one having to dump all that shit out, and the little man is still going, okay, because they locked in a contract. I gave up living off the land. I grew up living off the land most of my life. People like us know how to do it, but a lot of people don't have a clue, you know, and that could be because of their situation, Ricky. You know, a lot of people that are born in certain areas of the country, you know, didn't have an opportunity. You know, they were living in a city, or they were living, you know, in a, I don't know, an area didn't produce or able to farm, you know, even like a beach person, somebody living on the beaches and stuff, you know. So those things, yeah, they missed out on. They're not going to know how to survive and moisten their soil and plant a seed and, you know, grow little things that can help you sustain food, you know. See, I grow my own vegetables, and my husband go to the country and he slaughtered his own pigs and his own cow. So with that being said, country, and we work well as a team. You know, something that I'm like a little, I don't live in a large area. I wish I had more of an area, so to speak. I do live in a community, and I've got probably a little less than an acre to deal with. But, you know, for an example, if I lived in an apartment, you know, if I lived in a townhome, or if I lived in an area that was just not my land to, you know, produce on or have the room and the space, I would probably try try to get out of that environment, because I think you probably got less than 10 years before you really see a situation that's good versus evil. You know, I could truly see that. So that's something I'm thinking about. I might try to get myself into a different environment, maybe with some more water or something closer by, just for food necessities and things like that. So I don't know. It would be a horrible feeling to know you were in a trap and you couldn't get out of it, so to speak, and you just basically had to sit there and say, damn, I got to depend on somebody else, and that ain't coming through no more. What do I do? You know? So, you're right. People need to learn how to survive or find someone to teach them. Sometimes it's hard to ask for help because of pride. Well, Peach, it's like this, you know, that's something that I've learned to do is Google. You know, you can Google all kinds of things, you know. You can find out different things, you know, that, you know, spark your mind as far as how to be self-sufficient, you know. There's a lot of different diversities on this platform that you can look at. So perhaps some people who don't know how to raise a chicken and allow that chicken to produce eggs, you know, there's things that I've learned. I didn't realize that a egg that's washed will not be as sustainable as an egg that is unwashed. You know, an unwashed egg out of a laying chicken can be preserved without any refrigeration in a small mixture of limestone and water, and it can be sustainable up to 6 or 8 months. Just little things like that that might help you down the line when things can get a little tough. You know, you can have, you know, some farm animals that can be caged up that won't break the ordinances of the community that could provide you with some food. You know, and how to store it is something I didn't realize. So it's that simple to understand. It's just like the other day I was doing something and I saw a video on how to make dandelion tea and stuff like that, you know, and those things that are natural when times get tough. At least I got the knowledge now. I know I can go out there and pick the heads off of a dandelion and I can, you know, brew them up. I can eat them. I can use the leaves off of a dandelion just like a salad. I can even take the dandelion root and chop it up, and you can dry it out and make a grinder and grind it out like a coffee, you know, and things that can sustain you for free at your disposal might be pretty damn important. Hey, Miss Trisha, how are you? The UK. What the hell are you doing up at 5:15 in the morning? Good morning to you. So just different things like that, you know. I'm not really trying to get into no damn wild mushrooms and shit. Them things are too tricky. All right. Oh, welcome back. You've been missed. Oh, good. I'm here. I'm doing good. I am. Thank you for swinging through here. Just doing a little chitty bang bang. Probably some people are glad I've left. Some miss me and some are glad I'm gone. It's kind of obvious sometimes when you see your friendships change and stuff. What's up, G Money? Michigan checking in. What's happening up in Michigan? Mic check. We get a little mic check going on. A little mic check. Mic check. Mm-hmm. Yeah, wow. So just understand, guys, the whole world is under the attack of good versus evil. And it's going to fall that way. You got to always be a critical thinker right now. You got to be a critical thinker and understand cause and understand effects, and kind of have yourself in a scenario where you're going to be a survivor. You have to understand that. Chilling. I live in the country. You see, it's just me, my wife, and my kids, the dogs, and me. Skin a buck and run a trot line. Country boy can survive. That was in my Hank Williams Jr. voice. I've had the opportunity to see Hank Williams Jr. Sure have. I enjoy concerts. A lot of things and stuff come through music, so just don't let the devil steal your joys, guys. That's all. Keep yourself outside as much as you can, and take up that nice sunshine. And like I say, I got that other channel, the American Mindbender. I'm gonna try to probably, I don't know how soon. Like I say, I've got 4 videos, but they need to be cut up. They need to be cut up and everything, put together correctly, so it'll make sense. I've enjoyed chatting with you also, Ricky. Y'all make sure y'all grab the Mindbender. Click the bell if you would. And like I say, if you want to continue checking out this channel here, I do from time to time put some scary damn videos in my community tab, right, Bo? Put some scary videos in there, don't I, Bo? Today was a gorgeous day. I heard that. So maybe just start being a little bit less reliable on other folks, guys and gals. Let's just stop being reliable. I'm happy to see that you're doing better, Night Rider. We be getting back on the handlebars. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm gonna be scratching. We'll see. We'll see. Well, I appreciate everybody. Y'all have a great one. No more scratching. I mean, I'm just, like me, G Money, it's like this, I'm just kind of definite with priorities, Well, baby doll, I appreciate that. I've always put my heart into my channel. It's for the people. I ain't never cared about no kind of monetization or making money or scheming or conning or any damn thing like that. I was one of the good people and still am. I still will be. And thank you for letting me know that. That's priceless to me. It's priceless as this right here. You know what I'm saying? It's priceless as that. So everything's all right. I got me. It's just not being scratched with right now. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, guys. So just take care of yourselves and understand you're not gonna be able to rely on man. Stacks, bro. Stacks. You're right. That ain't even what's in my hip. Yeah, that's not even what's in my hip. So anybody who want to put the rumors up there like that, it ain't in the hip. It's okay. I'm good. The hip's fine. The stacks are fine. It's just I just got a different perspective on this. So y'all take care. Definitely take care. So, I'm gonna take a shot one more time here, once again. Y'all have a good one. We'll see you around on the Mind Bender. We'll got a little series I'm gonna start at over there. Got a little series I'm gonna do over there. Yes, definitely pray, guys. If you prayers, pray. Definitely pray. So just wanted to say hello. You don't hear it much no more, but I'm Scratch family for life. Take care.